Okay, good morning, folks. This is the second maze game tutorial. In this video, we're going to get all the way to a level 3. We're going to get a third sprite in here, and we're going to fix a couple things based on the last video. So if your final game project is a maze and you watched the previous maze video, this should be the last one to get you up to speed. All right, what we're going to do is I'm going to get right into it. Where we left off, we had a level 1 and a level 2. We've got our maze game here, where every time I hit the wall, I go back to the start. I can travel through the maze, get to the fish. It says you got the fish. We go to level 2. But first problem we want to solve here is, look, I can walk straight through these walls. We need to fix that. So we're going to do the same thing we did. I'm going to hit stop. The same thing we did here. If touching color purple, go back to this beginning point. We're going to make that again. All you have to do is head over to control, grab yourself another if then, head over to sensing. We want to do touching color. We want to click on the color, click on the eyedropper, find that green, click on green. And now we don't want to go back to this beginning point because it's different from the level 2 beginning point where we started right around here. So if we're touching the fish, it says you got the fish, and then this is where we go to the starting point for level 2. That's the one I want. So I'm going to duplicate that go to. Let's get rid of this, and I'm going to place it here. And just like I've been doing before, I'm going to add this to the long list of conditionals, not inside another if, but underneath these conditionals, but still inside the for loop. So now when I play this round, every time I hit the, I'm going to have to beat this first level again, but you'll notice that every time I hit the green walls, I will now go back to the level 2 starting point. Let's just get to level 2. All right, now if I hit the wall, I go back to this level 2 starting point. That's great. All right, next on our list of things to do, this fish. We gotta have a new goal for level 2 to get us to our eventual level 3, because this fish is just gonna keep bringing us to level 2. Why? That's what it says right here. If touching fish, say you got the fish, switch to backdrop 2. So basically, when level 2 happens, we want to get a new sprite in here, another goal. Making a new sprite is easy. You click here, choose sprite, and instead of getting a fish in level 2, we're going to go for the cheesy puffs. All right, cheesy puffs. I'm going to put cheesy puffs here. Go to motion. Here's my go-to that will bring my cheesy puffs here. Just like the fish and the cat, we need an event handler when green flag clicked. But at the beginning of this game, we want to hide the cheesy puffs. So go to looks, hide, go to, and now we get into broadcast and receive, which is another part of the rubric for getting a high score on this project. So basically, when the cat touches the fish, we switch to backdrop 2. We want to copy this again. Okay, let's get rid of this. If we're touching cheesy puffs, we want to switch to backdrop 3. Oh, but we need a backdrop 3. Okay, go to stage, backdrops. We want to paint one because it's a maze. Paint. Gonna choose a new color, a third color. Let's make this the red, final red level. All right, now I'm going to start drawing. No outline again. I'm going to start drawing my maze. This one's going to be the toughest maze of all, let's just say. We'll do something like this, something like this, something like this. So there's our level 3. Back to the code. We don't really need anything here because the cat is going to say when we touch cheesy puffs, let's move on to level 3. And then we can say, instead of you got the fish, you got the cheesy puffs. Now, this go to, this resets us for level 2. But in level 3, look at level 3 here. Here's, well, cheesy puffs aren't going to be here anymore. But my cat's going to start here for level 3. So let's drag him over there, go to motion. Here's the new go to, take that out. Take this old one out and replace it with this go to negative 203, 146. That's going to put the cat up here at the beginning of level 3. Now we can add this conditional to our long list of conditionals. All right, now what have we got so far? What did we just do? Let's see. I'm going to run the game from the beginning. Level 1, purple level, cat, hitting the wall, hitting the wall. Let's run through this maze. I get the fish. There's a problem. The fish is back. The Cheesy Puffs did not appear. Here's what we've got to do. When the cat gets the fish, we're switching to backdrop 2, but we want to broadcast a message to all of our sprites to change some things. When we hit the fish, we want the fish to change to Cheesy Puffs. We want the Cheesy Puffs to show up, so we want the fish to disappear. We're going to broadcast. We're going to head over here to events, and we're going to broadcast a message to all sprites. Let's do a new message. We'll call it level 2, and you can put that anywhere in the touching fish conditional. Let's put it right here. As long as it's inside the touching fish conditional. We're going to broadcast level 2. When fish gets this, when I receive level 2, the fish is going to hide because the fish was the level 1 goal. Also, this is very important. Once you start hiding things, you've got to show them as well. So in the beginning, we're going to show the fish. When I receive level 2, hide. Cheesy Puffs. When green flag is clicked, hide. But when the Cheesy Puffs receive level 2, they are going to show up. And that's when Cheesy Puffs become the level 2 goal. Now, when our cat touches Cheesy Puffs, that's when we're going to switch to level 3. So now we need a level 3 message. Let's just get that out of the way ahead of time. Let's take out broadcast, and instead of level 2, let's make a new message, level 3. That's going to happen when the cat touches Cheesy Puffs. Now when Cheesy Puffs receives level 3, Cheesy Puffs is going to hide. And that's when our final level 3 sprite will show up. Let's go ahead and make that now. Choose a sprite. Let's say the final thing our cat is going to get is a donut. Nice. And let's see what that looks like in level 3, because that's where the donut is going to show up. I'll click on level 3, go back to code. All right, where is the donut going to go? If our cat's starting here, I guess the donut's going to go up here too. So this is where we want our donut to be, right here. So let's go to motion. This is the coordinates for this location. Now when the green flag is clicked, we don't want to see the donut, so we're going to hide it. And the donut's just going to wait until, you guessed it, we receive level 3. Then the donut's going to go to this location and show up. And finally, when our cat touches this donut, that's going to be the end of our game. So we're going to make another conditional that looks just like this one if touching Cheesy Puffs. So let's duplicate this. And when touching donut, we can say you beat the maze, because that's our final thing. And we could do something fun like let's just take this stuff out of here. It's our final part of the entire game. So let's make a backdrop that congratulates the player for winning. Maybe we'll take them to let's take them to the moon and add some text. Let's make it big. You win. All right, that's the final backdrop. So now, if we're touching the donut, we're going to switch to backdrop moon, and that's going to be the end of our game. Now I put that conditional in here. Look at all this code we made. I'm going to run the game, and notice the fish shows up. I'm in level 1. Here's the cat. We're going to walk through, beat level 1. Boom, now it's level 2, and we got Cheesy Puffs. Let's see if I can beat level 2. Ooh, it's gonna be tough. Oh yeah, you got the cheesy puffs. Level 3, final level. Now we're moving to the donut. This is gonna be tough, I can tell. Might not even beat my own game. You beat the maze. You win. Nice. Now, there's one more thing we can do to make this perfect, and that's add variables. In a game like this, we could do variables for time and make the user finish the maze in a certain amount of time, or we can take away points based on how many times they hit the wall. So here's how we do that. You want to go over to variables, and let's make a variable. Variable name, let's just call it score. You can do for all sprites, and let's hit OK. And now we've got to do a few things. In the very beginning, when you have a variable, you've got to set it to something. So what do we want our score to be? Now in this game, let's set our score to 0, set score to 0 at the beginning of the game. And then we'll take points or add points based on things that happen. So let's see what happens in this game if we're touching the color purple. So that's level 1, and if we hit a wall, that's a bad thing. So we're going to change our score by, let's say, -1. We'll take a point away if we touch the purple wall. Now if we're touching the fish, that means we beat level 1. Let's give ourselves some points. Let's give ourselves 5 points. Change score by 5. Level 2, if we're touching the green wall, we want to take points away. Change score. Let's make level 2 a little tougher. -2 points if we hit the wall. And if we're touching cheesy puffs, we'll change score. Instead of 5, we'll give ourselves 10 points. And then finally, oh, look, we missed something. In level 3, what color are the walls? Red. There's no penalty right now for level 3. We need to create that. Glad we caught that. So let's duplicate this, this conditional right here, if touching color. We're going to make one for red. Using the eyedropper, we're going to change score by -3. And this needs to change as well. Where do we start at the beginning of level 3? At the end of level 2, when we touch cheesy puffs, we go here, -203, 146. That's the number I want. You can go in here and just manually change that. Now it matches the beginning of where I'm supposed to go for level 3. So we're taking 3 points away and going back to the start when we touch the red. I'm going to add that in here. It doesn't matter where you put it as long as it's not inside of another conditional and it's inside the forever loop. And then finally, if we touch the donut, let's give ourselves 15 points. And make sure it says score. Now, let's test our final game design. If I hit a wall, boom. Notice I lost a point. Let's see if I, oh, I lost another point. Lost another point. Lost another point. Lost another point. This is a tough game. It's punishing. At this point, I'm never going to catch up, but I should get 5 points. Boom. Notice I recovered 5 points by getting the fish. Now, if I touch this wall, I know I'm going to lose 2 points. Boom. There. I mean 10. Look at that. Or was it 5? Cheesy puffs. Ah, now my score is 2. Oh no. Lost a point there. Lost 3 points there. Beat the maze, got some points, and I won. That's the final game. What's the last thing we need to do? Share the game. You've got to share the game. hit share. Now if the game is shared, if you want to turn this in, all you have to do is come up here, copy this link, or go down here, copy link, and now I can turn that in on Classroom as my final maze game. You've got variables, you've got broadcast receive, you have at least 2 sprites, you have at least 2 levels. We've got 3 levels and 3 sprites. This would get you a good score as a final grade. Alright folks, good luck.